Welcome, Block 929 family. Today, I would like to have a chat with the diasporas and also some Africans who might be interested to get this kind of information. Um, if you're new to this channel, please don't forget to subscribe and also um, press the notification bell so that you get notified every time I post a video. And also don't forget to leave a comment and any suggestions that you can give so that we can improve our channel. Um, Today I just want to talk about, um, more especially speak to the diasporans who want to move from Europe, America to come back to Africa. Uh, I see that most of them, they have so many concerns about how things are done here in Africa, and they are not very happy about it. I think that yes, I do agree with you that we have a lot of issues here in Africa. Things are not perfect, and maybe that's why we find ourselves in Africa struggling. There are so many reasons why these things are happening, but I think with the right attitude, it wouldn't be so difficult for you to be able to come and uh, move to Africa and um, start a business and settle yourself down here. I'm speaking out of experience because whatever you see behind me, it's a house that I'm building for myself. Actually, I'm building this house with money from my pocket, out of my small business that I'm running. Yeah, it's taking me long to finish this house. I started it in around 2012, and up to now I still build it little by little, but I'm building it using money that is coming from my business. I did not take any mortgage. I don't have any loan with any bank or with anybody else. I'm building it out of my pocket. That's what you can achieve in Africa. This plot alone, there's two plots. On the other plot, I'm building a workshop. Yes, the workshop, some of the funds that I'm using for the workshop is funds that I'm being funded by Growth Accelerator, um, of which I was part of the participants, and I got 40,000 US dollars to boost my business. But this has come just recently, so it means that over the past 10 years, I've been running the business without any support from any other organization, and it's possible in Africa. All this is happening because of having the right attitude. And yes, I said that I'm speaking out of experience, and I understand the concerns and the challenges that African Americans, the Afro-British, and then the Afro-Caribbeans face when they come to Africa, because I had the same experience. I left Malawi at a much younger age and went to South Africa, and I lived there for 15 years. And in my time that I lived in South Africa, I did very well. I was given a lot of opportunities. I worked with most of the times in organizations where I was the only black person as I was working there. So I would be in a team of all white people and the only black person in the team. But now this allowed me the opportunity to be able to learn how to think differently. And when I decided to come back to Malawi in 2010, I arrived in Malawi to want to establish a business. I found a lot of challenges. People were not being honest, people were not telling the truth, and things were not being done properly. There was no customer service. People don't know the value of a customer, and lots of things. I mean, when you want to go to shops to buy things, the things are not available, you don't get them, and this was very difficult. But then as I kept on struggling, I discovered that most of these challenges that I'm facing, they're even getting worse because of my attitude, the way I think. Because when I came back, I was just constantly judging the system that was happening, how the way things were done. I was always judging, always feeling frustrated. But then I started, starting to think, because I've read a lot of books, and I started to think, to say, why don't I do things differently? Why don't I turn this whole situation into my own advantage? So I started learning to understand why people behave the way they behave, why businesses behave the way they behave. And I saw that because these businesses are not doing things the right way, the way things are supposed to be done, it was now presenting opportunities for me. And I said, what if I started doing things differently? What if I started running my business the way I had learned how to do it in South Africa. So I made a decision that I would run my business the way it was run in South Africa. I would take care of my employees the way we were taken care of in South Africa. And I'll also give my customers the service that I used to do, which I was trained when I was working in South Africa. And it started working. And another thing is I use social media to my advantage, where I shared openly all my lifestyle. You know, when I was there, I showed people how I started my business, how I was running my business, the strategies of my business. I used to share that on Facebook. And this actually developed trust from the people who were going to be my clients. So it made it very easy when I started, producing my products, that people were able to trust me. And eventually I found that people were able to pay money. So some Malawians who are living in diaspora would send money. They would send something like 1,000 US dollars for me to make a machine for them. And I would make the machine and I would deliver. They will ask me, they will tell me where I should deliver the machine, and I would deliver. I discovered that, living in a Western type of environment like in South Africa, I learned a few things, a few values that were very, very important, more especially to this part of Africa, because these values are very scarce, they are very difficult to find, and these values were like honesty, customer care, passion, recognition, and these values, they helped me a lot. I also learned that you know, if you do things, you have to always do the right thing, and you have to have integrity. You, instead of selling your business and selling your product, you should be selling yourself. You should sell your values. You should be selling your honesty. You should be selling your trustworthy, so that people must buy into that first before you start selling your product. So this is why I'm saying that it's very much of a concern, because all the time, most of the time, when I watch YouTubers, more especially from America, when they talk about Africa, those who have been to Africa, most of the times they are always complaining. And what I want you to know is that even if you complain, even if you share advice on YouTube, it's not going to change anything. That is not going to change anything. It will just make your life miserable. It will just discourage you from coming to Africa to start your business, and then you will be losing the opportunity. For those that you have traveled, I'm sure you have gone to different countries in Africa, and you've gone to areas where the most successful black people are living, and you've seen what type of houses are living. Their houses are even much, much better than my house. People are living in mansions that when you go overseas, there in America or in Britain, it's multimillionaires who are living in those houses. And you guess what? Most of those multimillionaires in America, they have those houses, but they own the bank. They have mortgage on those houses. But these millionaires in Africa, they own nobody. They will buy a house for 50,000 US dollars, for 1 million US dollars cash here in Africa. So don't let these petty issues that you feel that things that should be moving right, the things that people should be behaving the way people behave in the West, to actually deny you the opportunity of coming to Malawi and establish a business. When you come to Malawi, or you come to Africa, come here with a vision, with a plan, and you must have a goal. And when you come here, you just focus on that goal. Don't focus on these destructive incidences that will be happening along the way. Wherever there's honey, we always say, wherever there's honey, there's bees. So if you want to get the honey, you have to endure the biting of the bees. So wherever there's good things, there's always obstacles. So you have to actually go through these obstacles and challenge those obstacles and achieve whatever you want. And that has always been the principle of life. We even watch geographic programs where they show lions hunting in the bush. If a lion is lazy, he will stay hungry. We have a saying in Africa that says, no food for a lazy man. So wherever there is a good opportunity, there is always going to be challenges. Don't expect that you are running away from problems in America, being treated very bad, sometimes being killed. When you come to Africa, then it's just going to be honky-dory. No, it's not going to be like that. But the good thing in Africa, nobody's going to hunt you, nobody's going to shoot you, nobody's going to kill you. You see, so you have the peace of mind to be able to do whatever you want. In Africa, you can even go to the police and you will be able to give them their grievances. They will help you. Yes, there is corruption in Africa. Those are part of the things that you have to deal with. You just have to learn to understand. With myself, it was very, very easy, well, because I was born here and I had to leave, and I went to South Africa, lived for 15 years. And I was transformed when I came here, and I was seeing everything to be wrong. But in the beginning, I was judging everything. Every day I was complaining, but later on I discovered I shouldn't be complaining. I should turn those complaints into opportunities. All opportunities in Africa are in the complaints. I would like to repeat that one. All the opportunities in Africa are in the complaints. I was watching one of the YouTubers. He's a truck driver in America. He wants to go to Gambia. And what he has done is he has sent his wife to move to Gambia, which is a very good plan. And he's still in America. So he's going to be supporting his wife until he's now comfortable that he can move to Gambia. But he was complaining about how things are done in Gambia. He was complaining that the TVs, they wanted to buy a TV, the TV was very expensive and all those things. When I watched his video, I could see a man who's complaining about things that are happening in Gambia. But for me, all his complaints were opportunities. When he was saying the TVs are very, very expensive, I was saying, wow, it means that you can go there, you can buy TVs from China, bring them to Gambia and sell them at an affordable price, and you'll be killing it, you know? So that's how you should be. When you go to these African countries, you must see that the things that are actually making you uncomfortable and unhappy should be your business plan. It should be something that you think, okay, if this is happening here and it's in America, we do it like this, but they are not doing it like this. When I come here, I'm going to do it like that. Don't think that if you give exceptional customer service in Africa, people are not going to appreciate it. They would appreciate it because they've never seen it. They are going to jump for it. I mean, in Africa, nobody has ever felt being treated so nice when they're buying something from somebody. But in America, when you go to buy something from somebody, they treat you very nice. In some shops, they even give you a lounge area, give you some soft drink to drink and all those kind of things. It never happens in Africa. Imagine if you have a shop and you treat your customers like that here in Africa. How your shop is going to be flooded with customers. People will talk to each other, word of mouth. They will talk about your shop, which is giving reasonable prices, but also you treating the people with dignity. In Africa, some of the people have never experienced being treated so nice because they bought something from somebody. If you should be doing it, it will be their first experience. What I do here in Malawi, I sell the manual machine that is used for making cement blocks. What I do, I give free training. So it doesn't matter where in Malawi a person is. If they buy this machine, I send somebody to go and train them for free. I do free deliveries. No matter where in Malawi it is, I send the machine to them for free. And I give them lifetime guarantee. So even if they bought it 5 years ago, they bring the machine, I fix it for nothing. Because fixing a manual machine for me costs me almost nothing. So nobody else is doing this. And I know that it's going to take a long time for people to really understand why I do these things. But now I sell these machines like I'm selling pancakes. Even the big machine, when I'm selling the big machine, I'm giving customer service, free training, and we are also giving 1-year guarantee. And actually, we have kept it secret that it's going to be a lifetime guarantee. So even if a person has bought a mechanic machine 5 years ago and they bring it here, we will serve it for free. So these are the kind of treatments that I'm giving my customers, and then the customers have never experienced it anyway. So even if competition comes in, they have to actually beat my service, which is going to be very, very hard because most of the people are not used to giving other people service. The sales transaction is like a battle between two people. The one who everybody wants to be successful out of that battle. Everybody wants to be a win. It's not a win-win situation. It's a situation where there will always be one loser in that transaction. I don't do my business that way. I want my customer to win. I want us to have a win-win situation. So I just wanted to share this because I see that people come here in Africa, they get frustrated and they're going back. The K&K squad, they went back to America. I've commented in one of their videos and I said to them that you deciding to go back, it was a good strategy because you were not prepared when you came to Africa. But now you have experienced, you've seen everything, you go back to America, you have to sit down and formulate a plan and say, how can we approach Africa? Africa needs a very good strategy, it needs a good approach, and it needs a very good attitude. If you don't have the right attitude, it will be very difficult for you to come here in Africa and succeed. But if you have the right attitude, you might surprise us to find out that we have a lot of billionaires who are African American or Afro British or Afro Caribbean in Africa. And you guys are going to transform how we do business. If you bring there's those values here and you start your business and you maintain those values, I'm telling you, Africa is going to change. And if Africa can just change and improve its values, Africa will never be the same. Africa will be one of the richest, in fact, the richest continent in the whole world. Thank you. And before I forget, don't forget to subscribe because now we are almost at 1,700 subscribers. I would like to hit 5,000 subscribers end of January. And my subscribers, I ask you, and I'm begging you to actually share my channel to your fellow friends so that we can help to grow this channel. Yeah, thank you very much for watching the video.